To avoid travelers having to quarantine on arrival and in turn encourage more people to travel, many within the aviation industry are calling for increased acceptance of negative COVID tests at border controls to gain entry. The AOKPass is a digital platform which carries a passenger's verified negative COVID status. With support from the International Chamber of Commerce, the application was designed in Singapore by medical scientist Chester Drum.
So the interesting thing about AOKPass is it creates a completely decentralized health record which protects individuals, but it creates a common authentication network which protects countries and the validity of the process. So you download the application, you go to the laboratory, you get your test result, and then once it's in your phone, the only way it ever leaves the phone is completely cryptographically anonymized. And by using that power, we can create a system where travelers, whether they're boarding the airplane or crossing into immigration, never really share their information. What they do is they can demonstrate it, but they're never at risk of having some type of centralized database be corrupted or their data stolen.
After a series of trials, the AOKPass is now operational on a number of routes, and it's hoped a wider rollout will help reinvigorate economies around the world.
If we want to talk about how we get lives and livelihoods happening again and ensure that we mobilize the world again and allow the world to move again, then we actually have to create standards to enable that to happen. So one of the things we know is critical is for people to have confidence to travel again, confidence that the flight they're on, the ship they're on, the train they're on is effectively COVID-free. And if you're able to assure that, then you can also make it less onerous in terms of quarantine restrictions, post-arrival, etc. And so we decided that the way to do that was to create an application which gives absolute or the ultimate level of security, which is therefore blockchain enabled. And it's a digital representation. And so that's the thinking behind AOKPass.
Do you think that health and vaccination documents, so similar to the AOKPass, will become something as commonplace as a boarding pass and a passport when we travel in the future?
Yeah, and I think when we think about the resilient world post-COVID-19, part of resilience will be changed behaviours. We're already seeing that in terms of the way in which we socially interact, how we've increased the focus on cleanliness, etc. And I think this will be another element of the resilience, how you build the resilience for the future.